Solasta is back, and it's already showing some major improvements, but not without a few quirks. In this video, I'll be reviewing the demo for Solasta 2, breaking down what works, what needs work, and what I hope makes it into the full release. Let's get 6 feet under and dig in. If you've never played the first Solasta game, here's the short version. It's hands down the most faithful digital adaptation of 5e Dungeons & Dragons out there, at least rules-wise. But Baldur's Gate 3 overshadowed it hard, with its AAA graphics, rich storytelling, and Forgotten Realms setting. Coming out around the same time, Solasta 1 just didn't show up on most people's radar. The setting of Solasta takes place in its own world, which is a blessing in disguise. It gives the devs total freedom to tell original stories while sticking closely to D&D mechanics. Now, with Solasta 2, it feels like they're trying to marry the best of both worlds, keeping the authentic rule set while adding more visual flair and the possibility of even deeper narratives. First off, the graphics have received a huge update. Environments look richer, lighting is better, armor looks amazing, especially the scale mail the cleric wears. That said, the character animations during dialogues are kind of in the uncanny valley. Faces are stiff, and it sometimes feels like talking puppets rather than a person. It's a notable upgrade, but the realism stops just short of feeling natural. I absolutely love the town design in this demo. It's got rooftop gardens, stone bridges, and this almost Hobbit village vibe, but still feels unique to Solasta's world. The UI is one of the best parts of this demo. Talking to merchants and NPCs looks clean and intuitive. But the highlight? Combat roll transparency. You see your percent chance to succeed, if you have advantage, and why you have advantage. A feature we've seen in Baldur's Gate 3, but looks like Solasta has somewhat expanded on it. When zooming in, the camera defaults to a more immersive, ground-level view. I'd love to see a toggle to let players switch between that and a pure top-down style. The map itself feels a bit more limited than Solasta 1 or Baldur's Gate 3. Verticality is reduced, and you can't jump off into the water or explore weird terrain edges, but honestly I don't mind. Less freedom sometimes makes for tighter design. I also didn't see fast travel in the demo, which is a feature I really liked in the first game. Hopefully that makes a comeback. One thing I appreciated, no endless crates and boxes. Interactables felt intentional, and not like I needed to open every basket in case it had some magic spoon. The new Observe interaction is pretty interesting. Sometimes it gives you flavor text. Other times it's a skill check, but the game doesn't always tell you what kind. I'd love for it to preview the skill involved, or just default to the party member with the best score. Using a -1 perception character over one with +7 just feels bad. An NPC warned me for entering her house and snooping.
Sure, explore my house. I will check on my belongings later. No offense.
I'm curious if that'll actually have consequences later, or if it's just some fluff dialogue. You can now swap weapons whenever you want. Super handy, and it feels great in combat, but could allow for some shenanigans, something also seen in Baldur's Gate 3. There's no option to ready in action, which is a pretty big deal in 5e tactics, and I also didn't see a way to hide during combat. Those restrictions might be just from the demo, but I definitely want to see those in the full game, as they were also in Solasta 1. The grid visuals are gone, but the game still seems to play on a grid. It's subtle, and makes the game feel like a physical miniatures board, although I'd love an option to toggle the grid. The last fight in the demo was a bit confusing. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to defend something, escape, activate something. Turns out the real goal was just kill all the bad guys while protecting the Nexus. A clearer objective would have been a lot more helpful. In the first Solasta game, there were only a handful of homebrew magic items. Right away in the demo, I'm already seeing some cool new homebrewed gear. If this is the direction they're going, I'm all for it. So, what do I hope to see in the full version of the game? I'd like them to bring back the local map fast travel, add toggles for camera modes and grid modes, show the type of skill check that you're about to roll on before you roll it, add the ready and hide action in combat, keep expanding on Homebrew Gear, and reduce the uncanny valley feeling in the facial animations of characters. Solasta 2 is shaping up to be a worthy sequel. Cleaner visuals, better UI, and a great adherence to 5e mechanics. The new town design is charming. The TTRPG board game feel is intact, and it looks like the devs are listening to feedback. There are definitely some gaps, missing actions, unclear objectives, and awkward animations, but that's what demos are for. Have you tried the demo? What stood out the most? What's your biggest wish list for items in Solasta 2? Let me know in the comments, and if you want more tactical RPG content like this, subscribe to the channel. This has been Dead Man Fred, bringing you the best in gaming from beyond the grave.